Hello, hello, hello. How are you doing today? It's your lovely Lotus Blossom Lizzie, and today I am going to be relaxing with you, and we're going to be doing some adult coloring today. So don't worry if you don't have a coloring book, or if you have kids, you can borrow one of their coloring books, because sometimes I like to color in the little kids coloring books also. Or you can just pull out one of your unfinished projects, and this will be a time that we can kind of just relax and unwind and get ready for the week that's coming up. And so you can, and also it's a time for you to kind of finish something that maybe you've started already. So we can do it that way. And if you don't mind, what would help this channel out a lot is if you share this out, and also be sure to give this video a thumbs up now, during, or after, and also leave a comment after this becomes public if you have time. So if you like videos like this, then also make sure that you subscribe, and you can do that below, and be sure to hit the notification button so that you'll be notified when more videos like this come out. So I'm just going to go ahead and go straight into the cloud now. That's my favorite place to be when I'm coloring, of course. So you guys can see my desktop as well. So hello, Rachel. How are you doing today? And how is everyone else doing as well? And so I have my coloring books out, and I hope it's not too much light, but I'm only going to be using one. But I always pull out my coloring books because I only have 3 coloring books. And I was actually at the dollar store today, oh, not today, I think it was a few days ago, and they had some really nice adult coloring books. They had like almost a whole aisle of adult coloring books for $1, just $1. So if you don't have any coloring books and you want to start to do that, that's a great place to go pick some up. But I already had some because I was gifted some by my mother, and so I'm just going to use what I got. I avoided the temptation of purchasing more coloring books because, believe me, she wanted to. And this is the page that I'm working on, and let's see. Did I bring my little clips? I didn't bring my little clips out here. So I'm gonna have to kind of hold this down. Well, I'll let my pencils hold it down. So I have my coloring pencils. Now I've been watching, I don't want those to be in the way. I've been watching some color with me's, and also some coloring techniques. I didn't know that there was coloring techniques for coloring books, and so I'm gonna have to start trying some of those myself. Of course, this is not a coloring tutorial by any means. So what I did for last week, because I wanted to kind of keep the same colors out, is I put them in this little bag here so that I can just pull out the same colors. I can put this away because it's messing with my focus. And then I also have my sharpener out, because it's always good to have a sharpener when you are doing your coloring as well. So I'm only going to be on for about an hour because I want to be mindful of your time, and I'm going to be mindful of my time. So like I said, this is a great time to kind of just sit back and just kind of relax and just chit chat. So I would love to know how your week has been going, and mine has been going pretty good as well. And so I did several videos this week, and one of them that I really enjoyed doing was how to make planner stickers, because that has been like a super requested video. Oh, let me put my glasses on. Y'all, look what happened to my glasses. I swear, right before I came on here, I heard a little screw fall, and I was like, what is that? And it was my glasses. They're just my reading glasses, but I'm gonna have to go ghetto because it's just easier for me to see if I have my glasses on. So look at that. At least I don't have like the tape down the middle like Urkel, which I love that show. Family Matters. I should see if that's on Netflix because I really, really enjoyed that show. Have any of you, do you have like some of your favorite old shows that you like gone back to watch? I haven't really gone back to watch any of the old shows. It might even be on Hulu. I'm gonna have to check that out because that was actually one of my favorites. And of course, true to form, actually, it didn't just start raining today. It's been raining all day long. And of course, I've been up since very early this morning. And I went to the movies. I love the big screen. Look at my glasses. This is going to be, I don't know how this is going to work out for me because I look kind of cray-cray. I look like one of them old cat ladies who can't get her glasses right. But anyway, we went to the movies and we went to see Valerian. I think it's, what was it? Valerian City of 1000 Planets. And I love sci-fi. Sci-fi is one of my favorite genres. And but we always go to the movies early in the morning so we can kind of avoid the crowds. But we thought we were getting there early and we came in and it was crowded. So I don't think this was the first week for that movie, but I love sci-fi. For some reason, it's just very calming to me. And Slim is making a lot of noise, you guys. I want to yell at him, but I don't want to yell into the mic and find out what Slim is doing. Slim, you have to watch kids. You just can't let them roll. Slim, what are you doing because you're making lots of noise? Can you please be quiet? Thank you. All right. I did that nicely, didn't I? Because usually if I wasn't on, I'd be like, what are you doing back there? You know how when you know a kid is up to no good. You just hear like a lot of crazy noise. That's what I'm hearing, like a lot of crazy noise from Slim. So, got to calm Slim down. Uh-oh. Guess what, you guys? Fine. Oh, there we go. I was thinking my pencil sharpener wasn't going to work. I also watched this comparison of coloring pencils, and this guy was showing like some cheapo depot pencils that he got for free, I guess at a restaurant or something, compared to like some Swiss pencils that he had. And of course, if you're not all into the coloring, like I have to say, I'm not like, a super expert or professional colorer. So, I was thinking all the crayons are probably the same. So when I saw that, I was like, oh, the comparison is going to show that there's not that much of a difference between the crayons. Baby, let me tell you, it was a big difference in the crayons that he was using. The ones that were more expensive were super pigmented and they were just like really, really, really nice. And I was thinking, oh boy, I'm going to have to try to do some techniques myself. Of course, my telephone's ringing too. I'll turn that off. And lots of noise snafus today. But it's all right. Although my family knows that I'm on with you all and we are relaxing, they still, I think, they still kind of forget because they're not like all into the coloring thing like I am. Not at all. So, like I was saying earlier, I think one of my favorite videos is, well, I can't say that. I wanted to say how to make the stickers was my favorite video, but that was one of my most requested types of content to make. People have been begging for me to make a video about how to do stickers, and I really I was on the fence about doing it because, again, I don't feel like I'm like an expert at doing the stickers. I just do them for myself. But I have been using the Cricut machines for quite a while now, so I think I kind of have it down when it comes to making the stickers as well. So I went ahead and I shared it out, and I'm glad that I did because I really think that I was able to help a lot of people. And that's really what this channel is all about, and that's helping people and share like kind of my journey in hopes that it's going to help them as well. I'm gonna be trying some coloring techniques. You guys won't be able to see it on here though. Maybe once I get the coloring techniques down, then I'll probably share out what I learned when it comes to coloring. Because I'm a sharer. So, what projects are you all working on right now as we kind of wind down the weekend and wind up for the week? I have like tons of things that I could be doing. And actually, my intent with the time on Sundays was not always to do coloring, but maybe to do some different types of things like, work in my junk journal or just create, maybe just do some stuff in Cricut. But I found that people kind of were enjoying the the coloring and just kind of chilling out and not, thinking too much, because this is definitely a mindless activity, which doesn't make it bad at all. It just, it's just something that you can create and not think about it too much and just de-stress. It's almost like a form of meditation for me. So I really enjoy it. Coloring. I've had some people that have said that they think too much into the coloring, like picking the colors and where you're going to put things. And I would like to say that I've had that problem, but not really. I can usually just pick up some pencils and just get going. So that probably would make the professional colorer cringe. Because I think they use like color wheels and all kinds of stuff. And I might get to that point one day. But right now, she's just not there. She just wants to color with you guys and just chill out and de-stress. And I was supposed to be sharing out a hashtag for de-stressing and creating, but guess what? I forgot what it is. So I'm gonna have to wait for Tim to come on, because he usually comes on right at the end when I get done. And he says, "Hey, you forgot to promote that hashtag." Yep, she forgot the hashtag again. I'm gonna have to write that in my notes and put that in my planner, because I need to write like kind of like a routine card so I can remember these types of things I do over and over again. That's what the routine card's all about. So I don't have to worry about reinventing the wheel, basically. I love this hand that I'm working on. It has a bohemian feel, and I love the bohemian feel. I always say I'm kind of a tie-dye kind of girl. I don't have enough tie-dye. I should start making me some tie-dye stuff and stuff like this. I love stuff like this. I wish I could draw it. Hey, Sherry. It's good to see you. Tell Sunny Girl I said hey also. No begging allowed. So we are just on, for those of you that are just coming on, we're just on and we're relaxing, and we are doing a very mindless but methodical activity, and that is just, well, I'm coloring, but if you don't color, then you could just pull out one of your unfinished projects and you can work on that. We don't have to do exactly the same thing, but we can do it kind of in the same manner. That's always nice. When you color, do you all do you like color like the whole page or just like the items on the page? I thought about coloring the whole page and giving it like a background, but I don't know if I want to do that or not. That almost seems like too much work for me. Maybe if I took like a paintbrush out or something like that, then that would be kind of nice. Oh, I didn't tell you guys about the movie. I told you I went to the movies because I usually go on Sundays. And again, we went to see Valerian, City of 1,000 Planets. Because I love, 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 love going to the movies. So me and my mom, that's kind of like one of our out days. We usually do a lot of stuff during the week anyway, just so we both can get out the house because I work at home. So sometimes, it's nice to just get out the house and do something a little bit different. And the movie again was sci-fi, and basically, of course, how can I explain it? I'm not good at telling people what movies are about because I try not to give too much information because I hate it when somebody tells me what a movie was all about. It's like spoilers. I don't want to do any spoilers, but I'll just say it was a really good movie, and the special effects were awesome in it. And of course, it was a little bit long because I don't know what it is these days. These days, they make the movies so long. I remember going to see, I think it was maybe the second to the last movie in Lord of the Rings, one of the Hobbit movies. Oh my goodness. That movie was so long. I think I fell asleep. I fell asleep in the theater because that movie was just so long. And after that, I promised myself, I said, if a movie is over 2 hours long, I'm not going to go see it. I would just wait. But I didn't check to see how long this one is, so I'm not sure how long it was, but it was pretty long. I could tell because it just seemed like it just went on and on and on and on. I still enjoyed it, but it was pretty long. So good thing I didn't have like a lot of water ahead of time. I would have been not in a good way trying to get through the whole movie. Because you hate to get up and go to the bathroom because I always feel like I'm going to miss something. But you do what you got to do. Sometimes when you got to go, you got to go. When nature calls, you just don't want to sit there. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to finish this one today. I don't think it has like a lot of spaces that I have to fill up. But I'm not going to be in a rush. I'm going to take my time with this. So Sherry says she doesn't mind the movies being long as there are twists and turns that hold your interest. Well, I think this movie did kind of have some twists and turns to hold your interest. It definitely, it didn't have any lulls where it would be like totally boring, and it had a really good storyline. So I think that's important too. So if it doesn't have a good storyline, forget it. Forget about it. That's not going to do at all. It's very quiet in my house today. It's just me and Slim here today. But I had to quiet Slim down because sometimes he's like a jumping bean. Had to calm him down, calm the kids down so we could have our adult time together. Boy, my glasses feel like they're going to fall off of my face. So I had to also, this past week, I had to go to the dentist 2 times. I had 2 appointments. Boy, I'll tell you, the dentist, they know how to get you, don't they? They, I had to go to like a specialist, and I kind of know what they're doing and stuff. One thing, I had an ailment that needed to be treated. I had like an abscess, so and so I knew what it was because I did my research online. Because you know how we do it, we self-diagnose ourselves, which is probably not a good thing. So thank you, Sherry. I love this hand. It is pretty, and so when I got to the dentist, I already knew what it was, but of course, they want you to come in and pay your little money to see them so that they could say, oh, this is what it is, and so you need to come back and see a specialist. So I had to go to a regular dentist who I saw for about 5 seconds, and of course, they want to charge the insurance company for that. And then they send you to the specialist, and then you come back and you see the specialist for about 5 seconds. They say, oh yes, that's what it is. And then they charge you for that. So they charge you double, and then you still have to come back and get whatever treatment that you have to get. So I have to get like a root canal. So you guys, my friends, I could tell you, me and my teeth. So I have to get a root canal, and I've never had a root canal before. Have any of you ever had a root canal? Because I just want to know, like, is it like just pulling a tooth? They say it's not as bad as getting a tooth pulled. So I've had teeth pulled before. So if that's the case, then I should be all right. But it's like it almost feels like you're being violated when you go to the dentist. It's like you don't want to be there, but you have to. You don't have a choice. So I have to go back to the dentist in about another week and get this procedure done, and then hopefully that will be it. But I don't know. It gives me a little bit of anxiety. I'm not that anxious when I go to the dentist, but it still gives me a little bit of anxiety. So I'm just going to stop talking about the dentist because I want to just relax and not think about that. This piece of the hand right here, it reminds me of henna. And I don't know if you guys know what henna is. And it's kind of like a tattoo, but it's not permanent. It's a temporary tattoo. And I got one. When I worked overseas, I used to go through Dubai a lot. And so when I went through Dubai one time, I went like on this desert safari is what they call it. I went on a desert safari and I got to ride on a camel. And they had like the belly dancers, and I got to see a belly dancer dance, and I got a henna done. And they'll put it like they could put it like on the tips of your hands. They could do like your whole hand or whatever. And I don't know where that kind of originated from, but I really like the hennas a lot. And I don't know if they do. Well, I think they do it here in the States, but they do it a lot in the Arab countries and in India. But I'm sure it has some type of a meaning to it. But that's what this reminds me of, like the henna, because especially when they do like have weddings or have something special done, they always have the henna, and they usually just have like the tips of the fingers done. And sometimes they do like their toes and stuff too. So it depends on the family. Oh, you missed the results of the of the dentist story. Well, the result of the dentist story is that I still have to go back to the dentist because I haven't got the procedure done yet. So the only thing I did was just see them so that they could tell me that I needed what I already needed, and so I'm going to have a root canal, and so wish me luck on that one. And I was just asking if anybody else has ever had a root canal before, because I was told it's not as bad as having your teeth pulled, and I've had teeth pulled before, so if that's the case, I should be good to go. But still, you still just don't want to go to the dentist. You still don't want to go if you don't have to go. But at the same time, sometimes people that need to go, they don't go, and then things just get worse and worse and worse. And with me, when I start having like a few problems, I'm just like, let me just go, because I don't want to think about it, because it gives me anxiety when I start feeling some pains or something that's abnormal, and I'm just like, I got to go get this fixed. I gotta go and get this fixed. I can't take it, because it'll just be on my mind all the time. So me and the dentist. I had to go to the dentist, y'all, when I was when I went to Bali. I told the story about going to Bali, but I was there for so long. I had many stories, but like a few days after I got there, I woke up and I had like this terrible toothache. And I mean, like, I've never, like, a ache I've never had before in my life. I had like a serious, for real toothache. And so I was like, okay, I got to find some place here in Bali to go to the dentist. And um, thanks, Sherry. Thanks for letting me know it's not as bad as I think it's going to be. Um, I'm not too bad when it comes to the dentist though, so I should be okay. But anyway, so I was in Bali. I had this terrible toothache, and so I found out where a dentist was, which it wasn't too far. So I walked to the office, and this is in the morning. So I walked to the office, and guess what? The office don't open till 5 o'clock in the evening. It's like 8 o'clock in the morning. So I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna die, because I'm telling you, I was like in so much pain. I never had a toothache before. So I went to tell stories of my adventures there, other than the toothaches. Well, let me finish telling the story about the toothache one. It wasn't that bad. Well, it wasn't that bad for like a few minutes. So I went back at 5 o'clock to this dentist, and it was this young girl. Well, she was a young lady. She wasn't a girl, and um, it was in the office. It didn't look that great. When you have like a toothache, you do what you gotta do. But she did something to it, and it stopped hurting like immediate. Well, after the initial pain of whatever she did, it stopped hurting, and then I was able to. You can just go and buy antibiotics there. You don't have to have like a prescription or anything like that. I went and bought some antibiotics, and then I just saw the dentist when I got back to the States, because I was actually had to go to the States like in a couple of months. And then I was okay. So you want to hear some Bali stories? I just have a ton. Let's see. There was an earthquake when I was there. You don't want me to talk about that one either, huh? I had an earthquake there. It woke me up. I was in my bed, and my bed was shaking. And apparently they have earthquakes there all the time. And I knew about that because I think not right before, but before I went there, they had a big one in Jakarta. And Jakarta, I believe, is like the kind of like the capital of Indonesia. But in Bali, they have like three volcanoes. So I would imagine like wherever there's volcanoes, that you're going to also see, you're going to also experience some earthquakes. And I've never lived in a place where there was earthquakes, except for in Afghanistan. They have earthquakes there too. So I was waking up in Afghanistan by earthquakes as well. But it wasn't that bad. It shook or whatever, and then it had like a few aftershocks, and then it went away. Um, but I love Bali is such a beautiful country, and I had like this one driver that would take me around to do things, and he told me, he would tell me like, if you ever seen the movie Eat, Pray, Love with Julia Roberts, where she goes to Bali. It's based on a true story by Elizabeth Gilbert, and she goes there and she finds true love and all this stuff. He told me like we rode through some rice paddies and stuff, and it was like, oh, this is where they filmed the movie and stuff. And in my mind, I was like, oh, it's so beautiful here. And then I was saying, sure it is. Wink, wink. They could tell you anything. They could tell you anything and you wouldn't know. But Bali, if you ever get a chance to go to Bali, it's not as expensive as you think. Probably the most expensive part of going to Bali is just the ticket that you buy. So that is a definite bucket list place to go to, is to go to Bali. I loved it. I got to see like some Balinese dancing, and I actually have some on my channels. I think the first video that I ever posted here on this channel was a Balinese dance. So if you look back at the very first video, I left it up on here. It was awesome. And I remember we had went to the little amphitheater because it was outside, and I had on a dress and I had on some brand new shoes, and they were slick on the bottom. And I was like at the bottom of the amphitheater, and I was walking and I slipped and fell. And I got back up like, oh, I'm okay. And kept on walking. He said, oh, Aussies go there to get married. Yeah, you know what? I met a lot of Australian people there because Bali is close to where they are, and that's like a vacation spot for them. is there. I met some people from Papua New Guinea. I told that story before. And I met quite a few Australians. I even met some Italian people there, if you can believe that. I was at the pool and I just started talking to some people, and there was an Aussie guy there, and he was saying that he was getting over a really bad divorce, and so he moved there to Bali, and he had some Italian friends, and they were going like to dinner and stuff. We talked for a long time. He said, "We're going to dinner. Like, you want to go to dinner with us?" And I was like, "Sure," because I'm a friendly person like that. So we went to and his friend had an Italian restaurant there. So we went to the Italian restaurant and we had dinner, and I didn't even have to pay. And I had just met those people on that day, so that was so nice of them. And the food was fantastic too. So I had Italian food in Bali with people that I knew nothing about, but they were so nice. So Australian people. And also when I first got there, I met an Aussie lady. Her name was Coco, and she was on vacation, and we hung out when I first got there also. And apparently she's been there many times, and so she showed me a few things while we were there. We went to dinner a couple of times. Because when you go to countries like that, it's always nice to just, make some hookups. You know, not like in a dating kind of way, but, like a friendly kind of way. You can make some hookups. And we had a lot of fun. Not to get any bad feelings about anybody. Yeah, it was great company and free food. I really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed it since because I went to Bali by myself, so I wasn't even expecting to like meet anybody and just have a good time. But anytime I did trips like that, I always met really friendly people. It seemed like friendly people go on vacations. So that's always nice. I usually always run into friendly people that I can have a drink with. Y'all probably think I'm like a drunk by now because I'm always talking about having a drink someplace around the world. But a girl's gotta do what a girl's gotta do. So let's see here. A lot of people also have been requesting for me to put mixed media on the channel as well, and like art journaling. And that's something that I'm new to also. But again, we can all go on this journey together when it comes to that. So on Thursdays, I am at 6 o'clock live. I'm coming on, and if it's not too popular, then I might not do it. But probably for a few weeks, I'm going to test it and see how it works out when it comes to doing the mixed media. Because I just started doing some painting, and of course, I am not an artist. I always say I cannot draw a stick figure, but I can do some finger painting now, and I don't even like putting my fingers in the paint. So I've been doing like a little bit of finger painting, and it's been turning out really beautiful. So I shared some tips, some things that I've learned along the way, and I just put that video up as well on Thursday. Well, I posted it after the live stream. It's a guide to journaling for beginners. Because, you don't need as much as you think you do. And I actually was talking about junk journaling on that one. So, the next one on Thursday, I'm going to start putting together a brand new junk journal. Even though I'm not finished with the one that I have, so that you guys can see, or you ladies can see, how easy it is to put it together and how therapeutic it is as well. I think all kind of crafting it's all therapeutic. It's just very nice to like be moving your hands and not have to think about it too much, and let your mind just wander, and just let your creativeness kind of just spill out. So that's very helpful when the week is so hectic. And that's one reason why I come on. So I kind of like, sometimes I do my videos in a very selfish manner. So I come on and I'm doing this like more for me than anybody else. So I'm relaxing. This helps me to get things finished. You know, when you finish things, it gives you a sense of accomplishment. And just finishing the pages of these coloring pages, it's amazing to me. Like it's a great feeling to have, and a feeling of accomplishment. Because I mean, I could have a tons of things that I haven't finished, and so just to be able to finish just a coloring page is an amazing feeling. Might not seem like an amazing feeling to some people, but it's kind of motivating and inspiring to kind of do that. And then I get to come on and talk with you all too, which is fun. That's the best thing about live streams, because I'm not just talking to you, you can talk back to me as well. I really enjoy that. Although people leave lots of comments, and you can always contact me through the Facebook book group. I get lots of questions on things that are off topic. They're mostly crafting related, and I don't mind answering those questions. So you can always catch me over on the Facebook page, and that link is always below. And also, I'm trying to kind of hone in our community of the creative brains of women, and I have a Patreon page as well that I am building a community there also. So the link is below also. But you can catch that over at patreon.com, Liz for a day. And there we can share more conversations, and if you have any more questions and stuff, I'm more accessible there as well. So I hope you all had like a great week. Did you have like a highlight to your week? I want to say, what was my highlight for the week? I think my highlight for the week probably was the dentist. And you know what? It's not a bad thing, because it's just, for me, like, I just need to like take care of things, and then I don't worry about them so much. Because when you leave things untaken care of, Slim, what are you doing? Can you do that some other time, please? Thank you. So when I just try to, when I when things start worrying me, I just want to just get it out of the way and not procrastinate, because I could be like the great procrastinator. The great procrastinator. When you procrastinate about things, sometimes it can just be too much. It can be too much. So I also wanted to let you guys know that I did a giveaway for one of the planners, and I announced the winner, I think about a week ago, and the winner still has not contacted me yet. So I actually pulled 3 names, and then I did a random kind of drawing, and I picked that person, but they haven't contacted me. So I'm probably going to give it maybe 2 more weeks, because sometimes it just takes people a while to like go back through their videos and whatnot. And so if she doesn't contact me, I'm going to choose another winner for that planner. Because as much as I want to keep it for myself, I had promised that I was going to give it away. So it's a really nice planner. So y'all still might be eligible to win. And again, a sister's gotta do what a sister's gotta do. I'm still thinking about getting some more some more coloring books, even though I still have like tons of pages. I'm not going to get any more coloring books. I'm not even going to entertain the thought of getting coloring books because I'm trying not to be a hoarder. It's very difficult, but she is still trying not to be a hoarder, which is very hard. It is looking like a paisley wedding painting now. It's coming to life. It's like things don't look that great until you're almost done with them. And just think if I was one of those professional kind of colorers. I have this thing, like the colors all blended here and there, and I have like the really nice pencils. Well, not nice pencils, but the more pigmented pencils, let's put it like that. That would be cool if I was gifted some of those pencils, because I was kind of gifted the pencils I have. I forgot what pencils. This one is Sargent Art, and I don't know what other pencils I have in here. I have some that don't have any name on them at all, but that's okay. I don't really mind, because when it comes down to it, free is better. That's what I always say anyway. Free is better, and I got to fix my glasses. I think I have to go to the VA this week coming up. So they have some really nice people at the optical department, and yes, I know I could fix my glasses myself, but they'll do it for me for free. And I don't have to worry about trying to fiddle with those little bitty screws. So I'm going to make sure I take these glasses with me. And even though these are not my issued glasses from the VA, they will still fix them for me because the people there are just awesome. Some awesome people that work there. So if you are a veteran and you need some glasses, you need to go to your VA. You need to find out if you're eligible for benefits and go pick you up some free glasses like I did. Because free, like I said, is always better, especially when you need stuff and you don't have it. I'm an advocate for the vets. Because I'm one too. And I get it. So you might can't see, I'm putting it's like a yellow color on the spots where it's not like a lot of decorations. So I can kind of see on the camera a little bit. The shading, it's not that dark. It's like, I don't know what color is this. Oh, light yellow. I wonder if I put like a deeper yellow on there. We'll just do a light yellow, and then maybe I'll try some of them techniques that I saw. Some of them techniques. Where they put like the darker colors on there. And it really makes things come to life. It doesn't hurt to try it, I don't know how well it'll come out with these pencils. But she'll try it. Coloring in these big spaces. Coloring in these big spaces makes me feel like a kid. Because I don't have to be so precise. And I guess that's one nice thing too, when you're just kind of relaxing and not really thinking too much into the whole coloring thing, is that you don't have to be precise, and nobody's going to be judging your pages or anything. And you can like pick the colors that you want. You don't have to have like a color wheel out and make sure, you have purple and lilac and all the shades together. You can just kind of do what you want and not think too much into it, which is really, really nice. I even have some crayons. I don't think I would use the crayons not on the adult coloring, because you really can't get into those little spaces if you're using like just regular crayons. They're the skinny crayons and not the big fat crayons, but I still don't think that will work out too much. Or too well, rather. And something else I've been doing too, it's probably if I wasn't on here with you all while I was coloring, I probably would be listening to some audiobooks. I've been big into the audiobooks, and Did you all know that you can listen to audiobooks on your telephone from your local library? It's almost like um, getting a book from the library. It's like, or getting an audio or CDs from the library, but it's a digital download, and they only have so many available at your library. Say like I'm reading the I think it's the Dark Tower. It's the first book in it's a Gunslinger trilogy for Stephen King. And actually, I've read them before, but I wanted to listen to them again. And when we went to the movies today, just so happens, what a coinkydink, they had a movie trailer on because they're doing a movie from the Dark Tower series. So I'm kind of got the one up on that one, but it's like a book, so they'll have maybe like 3 books available, and then you can put it on hold if they don't have any available, but you can get them and you can keep it for like 21 days, and then once you're finished, then you put it back and somebody else can get it, and you do all that through your telephone. And then you have to have an app on your phone that's called Overdrive. So if you put Overdrive on your phone. You can also access Overdrive on your computer as well. And then you just tell them what library you're in, and then you give them your library card, and then you can check out the books there. They have ebooks that you can get, and they have audio books. So definitely, I go for the audio books. And my favorite authors, not all of their books are on audio, but a lot of them are. So I have a little book list that I've been going through. So I know it's hard for you guys to see, or you ladies to see. This part in here is like all kind of yellow. Isn't that pretty? Now you can really see it that I held it up. But it's hard to see because it's like I'm going to put some deeper yellows in there and see how that's going to look. Can't really mess it up now, can we? Not really. So let's see here. How does she want to do it? We'll start on this side. And you know that also when I was looking at the coloring, I actually made like a playlist for coloring with coloring pencils because, and again, I did that for kind of in a selfish manner because that way I can go back and I can look at the playlist and look at those videos over again, basically. I don't know, my blending don't really look like blending. It just looks like I put like some yellow on part of the page and not the rest of it. So I should have just left it alone. See, look what I did. You can see like the yellow on there. I don't know if I like that. I think I'm gonna have to do just the whole thing now. It didn't turn out quite the way I thought it did, but that's the beauty. It's the beauty of coloring your own pages. You can kind of do things over again. I also thought about using like markers, but the colors are really pigmented and they kind of bleed out a little bit. So you have to be kind of careful when you're using markers. But I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying being with you all here today. It's almost school time too. Almost time for the kids to go back to school. So Sundays are going to take on a whole different meaning for those that have children in the house. Like I have Slim here, so you not only have to wind yourself down, but you have to wind the kids down too, because I know they'd be off the chain. And then especially since it's Sunday, they really don't want to like wind down. I don't know, this yellow kind of just made things look a little bit muddy in my opinion. I don't know if it's the coloring book or not. You can see, it's hard for you to see, but like where these little dots are, when I go over the little dots, it's like it's picking up some of that black, so I don't know if I like that. Yeah, the yellow is really showing now. I do like the yellow, but uh, like I said, like these little pieces of black are kind of bleeding, and it's actually the ink from the pages. So I guess that's saying something about the quality of the pages themselves, which is not something that I thought about. I thought about like the quality of the pencils, but not the quality of the pages. Sometimes you get what you pay for. You get what you pay for. But sometimes what you pay for, it just ain't that bad either. So what do you all do to kind of relax? What are some things that you do? I know some people like knit, and Vanessa's not on tonight, but she usually comes on the live streams with me, and she's doing like a Christmas in July. She's actually making Christmas ornaments, which is kind of cool. She's making Christmas ornaments in July that she'll be using at Christmas time. And it's so pretty. The stuff that she's making is so pretty. She does it um, via live stream as well. Which, when I'm not live streaming myself, I'm looking for live streams. Because I like being on the live streams. I like being able to talk to my favorite YouTubers. It's very nice. Very nice indeed. So I'm only going to be on for like 2 more minutes, you all, because like I said, I I think I picked up some red on this one. That's okay. It makes this look interesting. Like I said, I just want to be mindful of you all's time so we can get back to getting things ready for tomorrow. So I still have a little bit left on this particular page, so I'll finish this next week when we come on. But I'm kind of liking the way it's coming out. The yellow doesn't look too bad. And this is just like the perfect picture for me. I love this. I love this book. This is the Serene and Tranquil Coloring, The Art of Mindfulness. And I have a link below if anybody's interested in getting this as well. But I'm going to stop right here. I don't want to start. I just have like these two little pieces left here at the bottom, but they still might take me a few minutes to finish. And you can see where we are so far. And I'm going to finish this one next week. So I still have like these two little pieces down here at the bottom. Yeah, that yellow looks nice. I'm still trying to figure out what I can do with these pages after I get done. That's how I always am. I'm always looking for a way to upcycle things. So I am going to stop here, but I just wanted to say thank you all for coming on with me today and kind of coming on this coloring journey and just resting and relaxing and unwinding and not really doing too much and not really thinking into things too much because, we don't want our crafting to become a job. We want it to be like just relaxing and stressful, and then this is a great place to just hang out and just chit chat. So, hey, Vanessa, I was just talking about you. I was just talking about your Christmas in July. So, you guys can head over to her channel and check out her Christmas in July with her Christmas ornaments as well. So, I'm going to go ahead and I am going to shove off for this evening. Again, thanks a lot for coming on. I really appreciate it. And I will see you all on the next video, or I'll see you in the next coloring session next week. So with that, love, peace, and hair grease from your sweet lotus blossom and lovable Lizzie. Have a fantabulous day and enjoy life.